Hi everyone! In today's video, I will guide you through the process of how to make one of these into one of these. So how do I turn this beautiful cone into a figure? Well, I will start with some wire. 20 gauge wire works very well. It is quite pliable. So I like to work with that. The cone's lower end, the bottom part, the scales are facing me here. That's the bottom part. I will make a hole into it to ease the wire into it. The cone itself is quite sturdy, but when you sort of abuse it like this, you know, it might fall apart if you're not careful. So you have to be really, really delicate. The upper part will serve as the body. I made another hole there with a pin tool, which is very handy. I get it at the jewelry section department of Michael's actually, but I'm sure you can get that on Amazon or any any store that sells jewelry stuff. So once the wires are in, I just put a little bit of glue on both sides and let that dry for about 10-15 minutes, and it just helps with handling the wire a bit better. Once it's dry, I add another piece of wire, and you can see these are bent a bit for the arms, and this is how I put them together with the help with another wire, aluminum wire. It works very well. It's easy to twist and bend. So once that part is done, I can bulk it up with some aluminum foil. I like to work with aluminum foil a lot, but if you like paper works as well. It doesn't really matter, whichever is your preference. So I'm trying to make this into the torso, the upper part of her body, and I added the feet on the bottom as well, just the same way with the foil and some masking tape on top to hold the foil together. So basically that's the idea. I can cover it now with paper mache clay. For the first time I used Johnny's recipe from Ultimate Paper Mache, and I quite like it. I made it from scratch, just following her recipe, and it's quite different from cello clay, my usual material, but I still like it. It dries very nice, quite hard. The only part that it's a bit more difficult to do with this clay is the sanding part. I find it a bit harder to sand, but that's okay. Other than that, it's just great. So I would actually recommend it for you. It involves toilet paper and drywall compound and just some boiled flour and cornstarch and some mineral oil. That's about it. But if you're interested, you can just look up online Ultimate Paper Mache, and she has tons of recipes there, not just this one. So I'm working my way through this, making the legs. It's a small piece, so I like to use tools sometimes to get into recesses, because fingers, it's a bit harder to go in there with the fingers, but whenever possible I also use my fingers. Okay, it's time for the boots, and I will just make some generic boots, heavy boots, because I would like my figure to stand on its own, a freestanding sculpture like that. It's always a good idea to test it, that it can stand. And when it dries, it actually might shrink here and there, so you need to adjust that again later on to make sure that it stands. Once that's done, I can start on the torso as well, carefully, gingerly even, so that the cone does not come apart, right? Always handle it carefully. And I just keep adding small pieces to it. Once I'm happy with the torso, I start working on the neck and the head as well. I use aluminum foil again because I can squeeze it, move it, twist it. I like to work with foil a lot. Do you have a favorite material? Let me know in the comments. I see some other craftspeople and artists working with paper rather than aluminum foil, so I'm very curious to hear if you're using paper, how that works out for you. To be honest, I'm not good with paper. I always prefer aluminum foil. So I just make a small head, because we should never forget that everything, actually even the body, should be a bit smaller than intended, to leave room for about 1/4 of an inch paper pop on top of the masking tape. So still working on the head, and I twisted the arms a bit. I was trying to decide what sort of gesture would my figure have. At this point, I'm not even sure if it's gonna be a man or a woman. These things happen during the process, and I just let them emerge intuitively. I don't really think too much about it. I let the ideas come forward during the process. So I'm covering the head as well, because the masking tape helps taking the paper pop better. Here I'm starting to work on the arms. The foil goes on, quite a few layers of it, 2 or 3 usually. But I think I will just speed it up here a little, because these things take too long, too boring to just watch, I guess. . At this point, I'm starting to add detail on the body. That's gonna be the chest. At this point, I don't even know what sex my little figure will be. What do you think? A man or a woman? Let's find out. I had an idea. My figure will hold up another cone, a smaller cone, a tiny baby cone. What do you think? Is that a good idea? And can you finally see the sex, the gender? Oh yeah, that's a guy. Ooh. He turned into a guy, and he will hold up this pine cone like that. So again, I just made the holes just like before, and I inserted the wire, but this time around it's a little bit more tricky. It's gotta be straight, and those arms have to be more or less symmetrical. And it looks like it turned out quite well. I'm just bulking it up again with more paper pop. It's time to see the finished piece of art. I think it turned out fantastic. And if you liked this process, this video, please don't leave without subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, whatever you like. Hope to see you soon again.